All right. So as the title says, it's another set review. It's the mini set Separate Ways. You got Seragyn,
What's up?
newcomer Spoon,
Hey, what's up, guys?
and myself, Pens fan. So, all right. Let's just.
First time we've been on Voice with Spoon.
It is.
Nice to know you actually exist.
Yeah, he's not like a.
I do exist. I'm not an AI.
Yeah.
Well, I might be an AI, but I don't know that I'm an AI if I'm an AI.
Yeah.
Fuck you, nerd. Okay.
So let's just jump right the fuck in. First card is gonna be Agent of the Reeve. Uh, so he's like that curse, right? Isn't there a justice curse when you play it? It sets the unit's attack to 0, right?
Yeah, it's like a one cost first thing. Yeah,
So
injustice.
yeah, so I feel
Yeah.
like this is a like just a body version of that. And actually, I thought about this. Would it be cheeky to play like Justice Primal? Because you could play the Primal dude that copies a card and sets its attack to 0. Play one of him, it's gonna be 0 anyway, and then you immediately, like, basically make another enemy 0 attack. And it's not a
I was
curse.
just thinking of something with Black Book or Rift Monitor.
Yeah, but it's not like a curse, so it can't be like removed, right? It's a unit. Like it's I guess it once it does.
No way to remove units.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the greatest card, but I could see some people trying to do some cheeky shit with it, you know?
It might
The
be, but let's be objective here.
Yeah.
Objectively, it's bad.
Eh,
Because a lot of the reason you want to get rid of some of these units is not just their attack, but whatever effect they're having on the field. And this does
Mm.
nothing for that.
Yeah, the text on the card is more important than the unit sometimes.
yeah,
Mm.
that's true. That's
Um,
true.
I mean, unless you're playing against aggro. So, I mean, this is a good anti-aggro card. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not going to help you against mid-range. It's not going to help you against control.
Oh no.
It's not going to help you against combo probably. Because the combo cards, all the combo units are, all the text. They don't care about what their power and toughness is.
No, that's true.
And again, like you said, Pens, unless you've got some cool trick that is,
Yeah.
let's face it, not going to actually be good,
No.
then you're also giving yourself a kind of useless 0-4
yeah.
vanilla unit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's gonna see play, honestly. So
The advantage that this card has is sneaky, is that it's two tribes. Um, so both the tribes, it's soldiers and rogues, and both of those have they have they have anthem effects for them. So
Yeah, fair.
just because it's 0 attack, you can still
Yeah.
it can still get bumped up from that. But it's still a terrible card.
yeah, it's
I
not.
mean, I would use it if I had to, as Spoon said, an anti-aggro. It works fine there.
Yeah, but it's meh. All right, so what do we got next? Next one is so these aren't they're alpha. I have them alphabetical, not by faction.
Well, that's just stupid.
I don't know what to tell you, man. So I got
I have them by faction.
Oh well, I got Canopy Archer next. So let me see here. What the hell? Yeah, because I have a. Because I'm having to change the graphics, so that's why they're slightly different.
Alphabetical's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, Canopy Archer I have next, and that's
Okay.
sorry, Justice Primal. Let's see. When you play a card that costs 3 or more, gain an armor. This is all you, Mr. Bolster. Because
Yeah. I mean, you could possibly play it in a bolster, or anything that cares about armor. It's not really great
uh,
colors for that.
Yeah, because Primal doesn't really have anything that helps with bolster.
mm,
No, so you'd have to
The
do
relic weapons are
justice.
awful.
Hmm. So I'd say time, justice, primal. You could run this for bolster. Otherwise, you could use it for like an armory.
I guess.
But again, it's
Yeah,
cheap. It's 0.5 growing. It's kind of a. It's a dirtle.
It's a dirtle. It is definitely a dirtle. And in my opinion, I'd say another meh card. All right, next one, alphabetical.
I could see making something like that fitting in a couple of decks.
Hmm,
More than the last guy. More than
Yeah.
Agent.
true.
yeah. Canopy Archer is a fun card. It's like, but it's not. It's actually it's probably a better anti-aggro card than.
Yeah, because it's 0.5.
Yeah.
Well, it's 0/5. You get two life when it comes into play from the armor.
Oh, that is
And
correct.
then if you keep playing 3 or lower cost things, you get more health. So it's a better anti-aggro card.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, next one we got is the Caravan Wing Right. It's a time. Your Galax costs 1 less to activate. So this reminds me. I guess this is the Audi brand of what's his name, the time staple guy that does
Yeah.
that reduces it by 3, right? 3 less active. Or no, actually no. His is first time, right?
Yes.
There's,
This is all.
Shardbinder is 3 less the
First time. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm thinking of
there's the 3 faction guy.
Yes, that's who I'm
Exalted.
thinking of. Yes.
I don't remember what his name is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Aldi brand of that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like the 3 faction one that does.
Casper.
Is it Casper?
Yeah.
No.
Caspar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Casper.
Kaspar.
Looking at
I thought it was
It's 2-1 Exalted, right?
I thought it was the Isn't there a
No, you thought wrong.
Well, maybe.
There might be another card. I don't know, but that I'm looking at the card right now. It exists.
No, I know Casper's the thing. I'm just thinking of see, now I'm loading up the game. Just because I got
Fucking begin with.
Huh?
Should have done that to begin with.
Yeah, probably.
That's what fucking editing's for.
We don't edit. I just throw this shit out there.
Yeah, we can tell.
We'll do it live.
One.
But yeah, Wainwright, Wingwright, whatever.
Severin.
Oh yeah. But Severin also.
The knowledge Severin guy. Yeah.
Yep, the 4-cost Severin. Severin
If you
Mammoth.
wanted to do some stuff with relic activation decks, it could be fun. But again, it's going to be all these cards to me seem like really niche.
Yep.
Like unless you build around them, they suck.
I like Wainwright, but like you said, it's a build around, and the only reason I like it is because I like girdling and I like True Sight Map, and this makes me happy to be playing True Sight.
Yeah, like if you're not.
If I'm not doing that, then I will forget about this card and will never want to play.
Pretty much.
Right. You're going to build a deck that this really does something in, like, but it's not a staple. It's not going to be something you put in like, oh, this one goes in most of my time decks. No.
If you're doing relic shit, maybe. Otherwise, again, meh.
Well, not even relic stuff. It's activated relic stuff, so it's not even relic stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, Chalice deck.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh,
bring back Chalice.
Don't tempt me. All right, what do we got next? This one was spoiled. This was one of the pre-order ones you could have got. Chisway, Forging Bonds.
Chisway, okay. That's what I think about it.
Yeah.
Chisway is bad.
Yeah.
But because as an Oni, in 4-cost Oni, a 4-cost Oni, he's competing with their Oni Lord guy that buffs all their guys for that slot, and then also all the good weapons are 4-cost. So he's got to be better than all of that stuff to make it into an Oni's deck, and he's not.
And there's so many Onis that give like the same kind of bonuses just on summon with no extra fucking hoops.
Yep, and that aren't 4-cost. That's the other thing. Like even if let's say it was 2 costs and he did this, he might see play then.
And I don't
But at
understand the
forecast, he's
Yeah.
never seen play at
yeah the
forecast.
battle
Again,
skill
it's
thing.
pushing
That's
a very certain deck archetype. So this is pushing a battle skill deck, which is not
That's
fucking Onis.
no, that's fucking unseen. That's not
That's
Oni.
unseen, yeah.
So
That's true. That is unseen. But you can get to 4 different ones with Onis because of the weapons. So
can, but it's
in
more
Onis, you're gonna
painful.
play
Yeah, but it's 5 or more.
That's that. Yeah. There's Um, yeah.
I
So
think
it's a big hoop to jump through for actually kind of minimal gain.
it's a big pile of poo.
If +1/+1 is
Yeah.
winning you the game, then you've already won.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card's poop. That's just how I feel. Poop.
The other thing that I'm sad about it being 4 cost is that he doesn't even fit into my unlikely pack decks that I've been trotting around and screwing people over because no one plays around unlikely pack. He doesn't fit there because he costs 4, and I want to play unlikely pack, which is 4.
Mm.
So
Yeah. I think it's just, and his stat line's not even that great for a 4 cost.
No.
yeah,
If it was 4 cost, give all your units +1/+1, then that would be okay.
Yeah. All right.
But
Next,
it's not, so it's fucking not.
it's poo. Next card we got Embargo Runner. This guy fucks.
this
Okay. As I said on stream, this is like Mirror Scale's little special needs brother.
Yes.
I
But
want to really like this card, and I am using it. However, objectively, there's better ways to do everything it does with less limitations.
that's true.
I mean, I want it to be good because I like it, but that 3 cost or less, it has to have an attack. So if you want to get multiple uses, it has to survive that attack.
Well,
Doesn't have any kind of evasion.
yeah, and the thing
It's
he
not
does.
like Mirror Scale, you can do multiple spells and do cool shit with.
Well, Mirror
you
Scale
can
also
play-
will not play relic weapons. He will.
Yes, and I use him with Glaive quite a lot in some of the new decks I've been trying, and that is fun as fuck.
Yeah, I had a
But when we look
motherfucker.
at weapons under 3, how many are worth recursing regularly?
What's the shadow? Two.
The
th-
unblockable one?
Bow.
the shadow 3/1
I think it's
unblockable.
Stonebreaker and Forever.
Trying to remember. Shadow 3/1 unblockable.
Oh yeah, the Great
Garrett.
Garrett.
Hidden Garrot. I had a motherfucker I was playing this week, and he kept doing that, and it was annoying as fuck. Because I'd play
Yeah,
a
I mean,
unit,
it's not
and
terrible.
he'd
I'm
punch
playing
it,
with
then then on his turn he'd attack and get the Garrot again. I'm like, okay. So
But it kind of falls into the Chisblade thing to where we have, it's a 4 cost unit, in time, and it's a 4/5 time unit, and then there's a 5/6 time unit that's just better than it.
Yeah, and SST
Yeah.
is still. Again, this is something I'm seeing with this set. This is not a staple card. You don't put it in a lot of your decks. You build a deck to fuck with its ability. That's about it.
yeah.
It's a card that you have a deck in mind, and this helps you do shenanigans with that.
Like,
It's not.
I'm using it with. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm using it with Blitzstone, which is kind of fucking fun.
That's hilarious. I had to.
So you play it, it gives him charge. It plays another Blitzstone that does 2 damage to a unit.
That's funny. And then
and makes
also
him a
there's
6/6.
there's Caleb's Cloak. I guess you could also do the same kind of shenanigans.
Yeah.
too. Oh, I know what I was gonna go.
Yeah,
for
I
now.
mean, I gotta say still, it's one of my favorites out of the set so far. It just the shenanigans.
It's fun.
The
It's
shenanigan
fun.
aspect.
It's objectively not great, but it's fun.
That's all I'm
And
after.
that makes up for the not great.
Yeah, that's all I'm after. All right, so I give him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right, next card. If you watched the stream yesterday, you saw it. Execution Pit. I
This is
think it might be one of the best cards in the set, right?
How is this not fucking legendary?
I don't know, but this card fucks too.
I mean, not that rarity really matters, but
Nah.
except if you're drafting.
But
which
this
these
card is
aren't
this
drafting.
card. I mean, we saw yesterday. It's just really solid.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a great card. This is the creation project of this mini set.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah, I can see that.
this is gonna see play in everything until until the intern burns the server down.
Yeah. If you're playing
You
Stone
know what
Scar, you're
Stone
playing
Star
this.
really fucking needed? The more unstoppable instant removal that only costs 2.
Yeah. Stone Scar is always going to put this in. And let's see, all testing all week with it and on stream, I only had one time where it was destroyed and my opponent got their unit back. Every other time,
The other thing
devoured.
the other thing that's great about this for Stone Scar in that 2-drop removal pile is that Stone Scar's biggest threat tends to be decks that are faster than it. The other aggro decks. This gives you life, so you can end up winning races because you gain that little bit of life.
Yeah.
Right. When you're on an empty hand and played out, you can gain
Yep.
4 life and get
Yep.
that little bit extra push. You're absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
So-
get you to 1, and you draw a charge unit and win the game.
yeah. I feel like this might.
Not that that's happened to me yet.
No, I feel like this might be the best one that I've seen so far. I mean,
Oh yeah. I think there's not a question about that.
yeah, I think this is the best card in the set. My opinion.
This is one that if you're playing anything with any kind of Stone Scar element, this is probably going in your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this and we haven't gotten to it yet.
Mhm.
But one of the spellcraft powers are the only 2 cards that, and also fire, are the only 2 cards that I see that are probably going to be staples for the rest of the life of the game.
I would say 2 of those power are.
Well, two
but
of
we'll-
the powers, yeah. I forgot about the other one, but yeah, 2 of
Yes.
the powers, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we're on the same page as which one.
It's probably the
The
same
others
too. I'm
suck.
thinking too. So all right. So next one we got Haven Augur. This young lady. Spells can't be negated or stopped. Aegis. When you play spell, she gets +1/+1.
This one could see some use in the especially the monoprimal, just
Or even
pile,
what like
or Sky
Spellcrag or something. Yeah, because now you can't
Yeah.
stop my spells from Aegis.
Again, if you're playing those kind of cards in your deck, you want this in there. It's another one that, in those kind of archetypes, in those
Yeah.
colors, this is a useful card. And
Anything else sucks.
if you're not worried about stat line with those,
No.
Yeah, this is Mila's best friend, by the way.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I love this card. I've been playing it in my bad Mila decks, and they're less not bad now because we get a 2-drop. this and Plunk in the 2-drop spot are just insane. It's fun.
yeah, and you can actually fuck over the other Plunk with this.
Yep.
No, that's
Suddenly,
true.
Plunk is not so safe.
No, that Aegis don't mean shit. So I think she's pretty solid. Pretty solid card. Next up we got Interference from Beyond. Play 1/1 Wisp with flying. Your units can't die. It's fast.
Find each of these every time.
What?
I have to go find every card every time. Because I'm using the client.
Oh,
Fucker.
sorry.
I like this card, by the way. I don't think it's a staple, but it's close.
Agreed.
But it's not better than Curtain Call though.
No,
But it doesn't have the same kind of influence requirements to get the most out of it.
yeah. Is Curtain Call
yeah,
in
that's the
Expedition? Because I could see this being used in Expedition in its place.
Are the mini sets in Expedition?
The mini set is an Expedition now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and I don't think Curtain Call is.
yeah. So this is the oldie
Yeah.
Curtain Call. So I could see it used there.
I don't even consider it really an Aldi. Besides the whole revenge thing.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is a better market card for
Mm.
that than Curtain Call. So like those decks that want to run Curtain Call are going to run a 5th copy of Curtain Call in the market, and it's going
Right.
to be called Experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I definitely see
Yeah. Yeah. This will see some play for sure. All right, what do we got next? Oh, another one that I'm excited to try out. Lipa, Frogs of War. Your flying frogs, motherfuckers. Flying frogs.
The only problem is Lipa's not a fucking frog.
Yeah. Well,
He
summon
needs to be a frog, so she can have flying too.
well, summon transform up to 3 other units into
You can
3/3 frogs.
you can use the other Lipa to turn her into a frog
Yeah,
for 7 costs, but sometimes you gotta pay to jank around.
And you lose the flying.
I kind of want to mess around with this in a transform deck. I don't know why. It's probably gonna be bad,
Yeah.
but I want to mess with it.
Yeah, I can see that. It's the Aldi brand oh what the fuck the 8 cost 4/4 that changes everything
Shimmer pack?
into itself. Yes,
Shimmer pack?
Shimmer pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And worst case, it's like I said, it's Aldi removal, right? You got 3
I've
units
had
that I can't
someone
deal with. I'll just
use
turn it into a
against
frog.
me. Yeah, I had someone use it against me, and one of the times I was playing fucking Wasp because I was tired of losing.
And then you had you went from a
fucked my Wasp right up. Now he's a frog.
yeah, you went from a big
I think
wasp
it
to
tried
a
to
small
eat
frog.
itself.
This with Bargo Spout is also great too. So your frog, like if you
Oh.
so like even if you have to like turn 2 of your guys, 2 of their guys into frogs, you still win the trade.
Yeah, an embargo officer, you fuck it off into a frog, and they can't get their shit back.
Yep.
Yeah. And now daisies.
Yeah, there's uses for this, and especially if you're running a like you said, what the fuck is it called?
Transform.
Transform deck.
Yeah, I feel like transform decks may make a slight comeback because I definitely want to try it.
I need to test Overmax Wand with this because I don't know if you just get 1 trigger from it or if you get all the triggers from it. I think it's just 1. But if you get multiple triggers off this, that's going to be crazy and worth playing.
But yeah, this one's I don't know how good she's gonna be, but she definitely seems like she could be fun. So next up, misleading guide. I've seen a couple people messing with this. I feel like I definitely want to try him in like a token aggressive deck with either rats or Grenadin or something.
So, just a little hint here. It's a rogue,
Yeah,
and rats and rogues are a thing.
yeah.
And it's an elf
So-
too. And elves and rogues are a thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that could get out of hand very fast for your opponent.
Yeah, it could, but again, you're gonna build a deck
Well, yeah.
to
Yeah.
utilize this.
Yeah, he's a build around, which we've seen, like you said, in most of these cards so far. You have to build around it for fucking.
Or
you know,
it goes
anything.
into the build around of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't ever play it, but I could see someone.
I want to try it, but yeah, it's a
I just
neat.
don't like shadow cards. So.
Yeah, it's a niche thing. So. All right, next up we got Nom Nom's Feast. This was also spoiled for everyone who did the pre-order. Put your hand in your deck, draw 5 cards, your life becomes 15. I saw some
My grandma told me that I can only say nice things
Mm.
about things to people, so I can't say anything about Nama Feast or Rebuild.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna end it there. Fuck Nam's Feast.
I can. Fuck
Yeah,
both
it's
of them.
another, another one of their kind of high cost, draw a lot of card spells that Rebuild really loves.
Yep.
I mean, it's good for other time stuff. Like, you would put this in your market, I think, as a holy shit, I need to draw or I need to gain some life, or both.
It goes into a crack market. I hate this card so fucking much. Like somebody was playing Rebuild with a crack market for just this basically. It's ridiculous. I hate this
Yeah,
card.
if it wasn't for the fact that Rebuild exists, this would be good.
If it wasn't for Rebuild, this would be a fair card and fine. So,
But
like I'm fine with it being your draw card because like the rest of the draw like you get for 5 for your 5 cost markets are all kind of bad really. This was good and worth putting into a market, so I like it in that sense. But that stupid card exists.
Yeah, rebuilders will ruin this card and hopefully get it nerfed. We'll
And
see.
then they'll also gain back all the health they lost from fucking playing this.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
playing against somebody and I got him to 1, and like I spent the whole turn trying to figure out how to how to win the game, and the best I could figure out was to get him to 1. I was like, well, as long as they don't have Nom Nom's Feast, and they had Nom Nom's Feast, and I lost.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, next up. Oh, it's the first of the powers. Ominous Rift. Yeah.
I like Ominous Rift for the only reason
I like the art.
that it works with the Horde leader. It's a good
Yeah.
power to have with the Horde leader, so you get a free. So I like it for that, but like that's the only real synergy that it has. That's the only deck you're gonna put it in.
Although to be fair, with all of these power, like this effect is kind of crappy.
It's
But
very
if you're
crappy.
late game and you need a power sink or a little bit of push, it doesn't hurt you to have this in your deck. Because especially if you're playing like a 2-color, it's easy to get that requirement to make it not depleted. You don't have to fucking use it.
No.
Yeah.
I will.
So like, I would put it in a couple of copies, just cause, right?
That's true. I wasn't thinking about that because the only the only 2-color blacklists that I run are found lists, and all those found lists are AAC lists. So
I am not shocked by that.
It does not fit into AAC. Because
No, but again, it's one of those things. That's
there
just
are
like,
other.
Yeah.
There's other lists.
I will say I do like the fact that they did give all the factions another spellcraft option, so that was nice. Because they kind of forgot about spellcraft. So
and I'm also glad. So like when they first spoiled one of the I forgot which one, but it was the power that has the same spell that's on Great Rift, and for like a day everyone's like, oh, the shadow power is gonna have shrivel, and I was like, oh god,
no, that would be horrible.
Yeah, I was like I might have to delete the game with that.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, so instead they
bad.
gave you a spell that's kind of poopy, but whatever. All right. Next one is another power. It's Overgrown Rift. It's the Justice one. Yikes. I mean,
It's also one of those. It's not gonna hurt you, and I use it in bolster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad power. Like it goes in bolster. It's also good in like if you're just playing Mono Justice. Because it's 4 life for you, and like Model Justice's big issue is dealing with aggro, so they can get to there to win the game. So,
and 4 life,
4 free life
for 4.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
It also is fun when you play it into glaive, because then you end up with like a 2/6 glaive on 2 different things.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, this one I think we'll see some play.
If you play it on yourself first, I made a mistake with that. That if you don't play the glaive on yourself first, it doesn't copy.
No.
So I did it backwards, and it almost costed me a game because I didn't read the card.
But yeah, I think this one will see some play for sure, though.
Yeah, it's a fine card. It's just not a staple.
No.
Yeah, and again, it's not gonna hurt you to have it.
No. What do we got next here? Poison.
I just want to go back to that.
No,
the
that's
other
fine.
issue
Bring it back up.
with it as that extra power that you can have lying around is that Justice sketch. And so if you have an extra power slot for your Justice deck, you're going to play Justice sketch over this every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Every time. So.
All right, so we're up to Poison the Well. I mean, from reading this card, it feels like it's very much anti-aggro. When they just puke out a bunch of units, I pay 1 and I just kill 2 units, right? Or no?
Kill 1 unit.
Kill 1 unit. Okay, well, still for 1, kill 1, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And I get a trove.
I can see it in like Expedition.
Yeah.
I would almost say Battle at the Gates, though.
Yeah.
Is objectively better because it gives you life and kills everything.
Yeah, kills everything. Yeah. But it's 3 cost, right? This can go down to 1 cost. But yeah. And you get a trove. So it's 1 cost, draw a card next turn. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's perfectly reasonable to put in your deck.
In Expedition, I feel.
The trove thing is nice, even in enthroned, because like there's stuff like Petra
Mm.
and Bug that you can get all your spells back and stuff like that, and so this can help with that. The bad side of that is that the stupid Valkyrie thing that deals you damage from any spells you have, um, negates all that. So
Yeah, that
The
would.
other issue I would say is you still have to hold up 3 if you want to use this.
yeah.
Yeah, just in case they don't
Because
play 2.
you can't control. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I think it's mediocre at best. Maybe a expedition card. I don't know.
This is definitely an expedition card. It's fire because like the big issue right now. I know that Pins has no idea what's going on in expedition.
I don't. It just
Is
sucks.
that
That's all I know.
Geneva Recruit basically gets free wins
Oh yeah.
against shadow decks. Um, because
They can't
they
deal
can
with
just
all
spit
that
everything
spell.
out. Yeah, because like there's just so much. There's no sweepers really for unless you play Justice.
Mm.
And so this gives Shadow a little bit of a chance against that. So
And before one of those recruits with chars smashes you in the fucking face, you can kill it.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think it's good, but
Yeah.
I see where the design came from for Expedition.
I love how many of the cards are, we fucked it up, so let's print another card that might make it okay.
All right. Next one is Quick Study. When you play another unit, Quick Study gets one of that unit's battle skills at random. Again, what's with the Oni and the battle skills thing? I don't get it.
They did the same fucking thing with the Renown in the last set.
Yeah.
Where they just put it, like, we had Renown in, I don't remember the fucking names of the combinations, but Fire, Justice, Primal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some cards, like, specifically built to play around Renown and did things when you Renowned. And then they put Renown in entirely different fucking faction combinations. And they're doing the same thing here with the battle skills. It's just a different tribe.
The card sucks.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Sucks.
Whoa! I like Quick Study, by the way.
What?
In Expedition, I've only played an Expedition.
Well.
I've only played an Expedition, so don't kill me. But I love because like I've been playing those. I've been playing like I was saying the Unlikely Pack deck. And so you play this. You play a kid. It gets Warcry. You play an Aegis unit, and then I don't know. An Endurance unit. It gets all those battle skills. You play Unlikely Pack, and you go wild. It's a fun card.
The one thing I will agree with you here too is it's not a ultimate. So if this guy stays on the field,
you want to stack you.
He can become a beast.
Yeah. But
and he's only cost 1, so he's a good. I mean, would you put him over what's the Warcry Oni that everyone always plays?
Yeah. No, I don't think I would.
No, I wouldn't. But like those decks, like I'm playing that and I'm playing this in that deck.
Right.
So,
fair.
This is number 5 through 8 of that card. So and then also for my Unlikely Pack, it's also two tribes for that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
She's an Oni exile, so.
Yeah, it's a good.
There are other Oni exiles though too, so it kind of makes that part of deck building weird. So like you can't put too many exiles and Onis with it.
Yeah.
Still good.
I'm not much of an aggro player, but I would use this in
aggro
funky,
only.
Like brain deck or something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but to each his own.
Next bitch.
Next up is Ruinous Rift, the fire power. Spellcraft.
This is one of those staples.
Yeah,
I think I am putting at least 2 copies of this in, regardless of how much Relic Hate I have in a fire deck.
Yeah.
Because you can always use a little bit more.
That's right.
I'm playing this over Fire Sigil, and you can't say
absolutely.
that about almost. Well, other than the other recipe.
Time one, yeah.
But yeah, I'll play four. Like if I'm gonna play, if the decision was I can play 4 fire sigils or I can play 4 of these, I'm playing 4 of these.
Oh yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
I
This
agree.
this will definitely see a lot of
I've
play,
been testing it with 2, but it's one that's going up all the way.
especially with a lot of the stuff in this set seems to be relic slanted a little
Right.
bit. So yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, this is a
And
good
the,
one.
the downside is that most of the time it's just the fire sigil.
Yeah,
Unless you're influence screwed. But if you're influence screwed, you're losing for other reasons anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and in my project decks where I'm playing no less than 12 anti-relic cards to begin with, throwing this in for 16 just means you're not getting shit.
Yeah, really solid. Let's see what we got up. Next up is one of the ones that was also spoiled for the pre-order. Sashenka Bound. Killer decks. That's all I can say. This one, yeah, solid. Very solid card.
But, okay. No,
No.
it's fun, but it sucks.
Eh,
It doesn't do anything once you get it on the field unless you build around it doing something.
but as we
So
know,
I've had a lot
yeah.
of fun playing the little bastards that all your units deal 1 damage, that kind of stuff. And that's really fun. And it's great in those. But it's not a staple again. It's not a legendary that you're going to play in pretty much. It's not a Lipa, right? You're not going to
No.
put it in like every primal deck. You're
No.
going to build around
Like
the
I said,
deck
killer.
to utilize it. It is really fun with Ever-Burning Beacon.
yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I like it in a killer setting, killer
Alright.
decks.
Yeah, somebody played this with the bow, the ice bow, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
The one that yeah. And that was cute and fun. But yeah, you're building a deck around it
Yeah.
to make it playable.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
nice.
because if you weren't building around it in just a regular setting or a setting where you're trying to do anything else and you need a 4-drop unit, this is not it.
Well, no, it's just vanilla 4/4 at that point.
So fuck you, feds.
Well,
It-
okay.
In my notes, also, the spell Savagery loves this card. Like,
Mhm.
Yes,
You can
yes.
you have 5 power up, you play her, play Savagery, go to town. But you're building a deck with 2 kind of bad cards. Because Savagery,
Just-
you got to lean all the way into Primal for. And then
Yeah, you're
expecting to
building
have
a deck
hands where
with
you have
other bad cards
Mm.
to make this work.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Scavenger Scraps. End of your turn, random unit, one of your units with the lowest attack hunts one. I don't know how I feel about this one. Would
This is
aggro
like
like it?
the second best card in the set, in my opinion, as far as utility.
Hmm?
I got wrecked by this card in the Mana draft.
Yes.
Somebody played 5 of them against me. Remember, this is draft.
Oh,
It was turn 6 or turn. It was like it was like turn 6. They had 5 of them, and I just watched my whole deck just whittle away.
that's
So
ridiculous.
This is another
you-
great card in that Stone Scar or with Primal bullshit relic deck.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
Just
yes.
murders you with pings.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's great with that.
it can turn that deck into a mill deck. So like you can have that. You can have Tomb. You don't need the Throne Room now for that deck. And then you can have like your mill finisher of your liking.
Yeah, it's just one more way to
I hate that deck
keep
so
in
much.
that game. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely
And
would,
that's the problem with this card for me, is that kind of deck.
I definitely want to try this out, though. It seems like it's definitely going to be
It's
fun.
also ridiculously good, I feel like, in aggro decks where you're running little shits that
Slowly grows your little
use
shit.
to put SST down.
Oh, I had a this was great for Grenadin.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So I have it. Yeah, I have it on my list that to set this
Grenadin,
out.
Rats, all those
Yeah,
decks.
all
in
that.
this.
That's true because.
And then you put in the
Because what Siphon they have to
3/2
connect
that
face, right?
everything hunt twice. Yeah, Siphon you have to hit face.
So this they
Yeah,
could
yeah,
just be
Siphon,
sitting
yeah.
there and they're still gonna hunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to try
The
this
Also,
good
one.
thing
trying
is
to-
only the good thing is only hunt one.
Yeah.
So the good thing is so that's good for for constructed because you can't really build a mill deck around that.
You've got what, Grove
So-
Huntress?
What's Grove Huntress?
The 3/2 that makes all when your units hunt, they hunt twice.
They
Oh,
they hit an additional time or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a card too. Maybe.
Maybe it'll actually see
So
play.
that one particularly fucked me in a game with this bastard.
Oh.
It was
don't like-
actually a really good deck that was a not Stone Scar, but Primal Fire.
My
hunt
question
deck.
is, my question is, did this need to be 2 costs?
No.
Like, I'm fine with it being 1 pip, but like, did it need to be 2 costs? It could have been 3, and people who want to play it would still play it. I think it's gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be broken, but I think if it can be broken,
Right.
it's gonna be in that that siphoner scavenger
Mm-hmm.
stupid build thing, and you making it 2 costs makes it easier to squeeze in there because you're not, so like I don't know why it's 2.
Because you make it 3, then they have to decide: do they you run this over maybe throne room now?
Yeah.
So, All right, what do we got next?
Instead, we all just cried.
Yeah, Secluded Rift.
This is the other no reason not to put this in
Yeah.
all of your time notes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
silence.
This is
I have
Yeah,
won
this is-
games with this already.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a good power for time. Time because like there's a lot of big time decks that run all that stupid time and so they need the stupid timekeeper stuff needs power that actually can help them do stuff. So I think this is a good power for that.
I have
I
no
think
idea what the fuck you're talking about, but I
just know it's a good card.
The deadly there's the 4 cost there's a 4 cost shadow. It's a 1/1 with deadly, and then it makes timekeeper, whose power and toughness is equal to your time.
Oh.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And you
That-
silence timekeeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's also good against champion decks. The one that when you kill a unit, you gain power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Or Voda. Or I used it against Roland, and the one that this won me the game was a guy was
Yeah.
leaning heavily on Roland and removal pile, and his
Yeah.
Rolands couldn't do anything.
Yep.
So
Solid.
it's very useful.
Yeah, solid power.
And even I've used it against the deck we were just complaining about, the relic deck, where you silence their little pinging units.
Yep. Or you silence they have that stupid one that they get to draw every time something damages them or something like that.
Mhm.
And like that's their that's their whole draw strategy is sitting on that, and then you silence it and they can't do anything now. It's like they run out of cards.
Yes.
Right.
All right. So what do we got next? But yeah, I think we all feel that's a solid power. So next up we got Spearcoat Hulk. Bolster your units get +2/+2 at endurance this turn. I don't play bolsters. I don't know. Is this? I feel like it's poopy. Is it poopy?
No.
I don't. Is this better than Squirrel Girl?
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't play bolster, but I know Squirrel Girl has draw a card. I'm infamously known for loving all cards that they draw a card. So I like that card. And so my first thought when I saw this was like, it's 6 costs as a bolster. There's a better card in it. And then I sent that to Cass, and Cass was like, "You don't play bolster." I was like, "No, I don't." And
Yeah, this bolster has a lot of really small units generally that
Yeah.
you're trying to like build up and buff and other things. Um, this guy, you play him, he immediately does something because most of the time you set up your bolster so that when you play a card, it does something, right?
Yeah. Is
Um,
the endurance is well? I guess
the
that
endurance
makes
is the big thing.
yeah, because then your big units don't then you don't have a choice on if you need to stay back
Right.
and block and stuff. Yeah. I guess yeah. I'm coming around. I don't
And
play Bolster.
you're immune to save the day.
Oh, because
Yeah.
endurance.
Oh god. Yeah. That's. Oh, this is great.
Immu-
Expedition.
immune to permafrost effects
Yeah.
or any kind of stun effects,
Yeah.
which has won me
'Cause-
several games.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's,
Wow.
it's, I mean, would I put 4 in? Probably not. But it's not like it's the high end that Sierra was trying to be for bolster, but just sucked at it.
yeah.
So would you use this in Expedition and Throne, or is it just
I
Expedition?
use it in my throne. I use it in everything where I'm using bolster, which
Okay.
I love bolster. So it's
Well, yeah, that's why I asked, because I'm like, I don't bolster, so you're the bolster guy. So
even if it's just most of the time, this unit itself never attacks, never gets a chance to, because you drop it, and suddenly I use a lot of Kieran's in my bolster deck. So the 1/3 lifesteal.
Yeah.
Suddenly that's a 3/5 flying lifesteal or bigger if you buffed it at all. With endurance, so you can crash in, gain life, trigger bolsters, and then still be able to defend against whatever knockback is coming.
Yeah. It turn 6 basically. You play it. You and you're playing bolster, so you probably have the other Dran, so you can ramp already.
Yeah.
And so like you play it, or your 5 units that you already have out there, all attack, and they either make a bunch of terrible blocks to stay alive, and they're hanging on for dear life, or they lose the game.
Right. Also,
Like
it's fucking fun as hell to trick it if you have a fast spell that will trigger bolster. So you go all in, they come to collect back, and you trigger a bolster, and all your stuff gets buffed, and suddenly comes awake.
gross. All right, so
coming around on them.
seems that's a good one.
It's
Then.
useful. It's fun.
So next up we got Spider
But
Rider.
again, if you're not playing bolster, you would never ever fucking play this card.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't mess with it because I don't bolster, but Spider Rider's up next. I don't know about this thing.
For that same token deck where you're wanting to sack stuff, I think this is good.
Yeah, and then there's I forgot what it's called. I wrote it down as fire spawning, but that's an MTG card. But there's that spell. It's 3 costs, the shadow, and you make a spider, and then you make another spider for the number of like for every 3 units in your void or something like that.
Ball of spiders.
Yeah. And so this could be fine there. The only thing that's weird about this is why is it a renown?
Because that's what the new color of renown is.
And Shadow has that card that doubles your renowns.
Yeah.
I hate this.
And I have seen that new renown. What is it? Justice Shadow Primal. With the glaive, and this card in it just fucked me over.
Yeah.
Because you could trigger all these different renowns at once.
Yeah, I could see this. What you can get up to 5 spiders off this thing if you play that Shadow card.
Yeah, so it's a good card if you're playing renown decks. You're gonna put this in.
Yeah, because it lets you dirtle a little bit.
But if you're not playing renown, meh.
Yeah, pretty much. No renown, it's poops.
But like you were saying, this is good in those token decks. Like they have
yeah.
So it might see play for other stuff too, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
The renown part means that you have to kind of build around that also if you're a token deck.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, if you don't do the renown, it's gonna replace itself with a 1/1 deadly spider. So,
Right.
Yeah, but like I was thinking about like for
Fearbender.
for Throne for this. Like you could play like a Stone Scar shell with this and use the the thing that makes the rustlings, the weapon, for
Mm.
however
Yeah, yeah,
many
yeah.
fire you have.
Ew.
And then that triggers its renown. You get all your little rustlings. They
And
they
then you
have
just
to
have a
kill
full
it
board.
now,
So why haven't you
and
put
then
this in a Fearbinder deck yet? Mm-hmm.
um, I should.
Yeah.
Again, this set has some fun cards. None of them are objectively amazing, but they're fun.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next? Steelfang Glaive. Versatile summon. Play an additional copy of Steelfang Glaive on a different wielder. I
I
mean,
think
this
this
seems
is tied for second best of this set.
seems pretty damn good, right? Put it on yourself. Put it on Hojan. Go to town,
This
right?
is this is the first card that is going to get it. It something they're gonna have to change something on this card. Um, I'm playing this in Minotaurs, and I won like 79% of my
Fuck.
games.
Oh, jeez.
With the,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
relic. Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. And it's just ridiculous. It's not like something in Minotaurs is gonna get changed, or this card is gonna get changed. I think this card is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it in renowned decks. I use it in my bolster decks.
Yeah. It's freaking ridiculous. But like I had a turn where I had Tavron out, and I had
Ew.
the treasury gate, and so I attack with Tavron. I don't remember what unit, but like I got a 2-cost unit or a 3-cost. Maybe it was a 3-cost unit. Anyway, whatever. I got a unit that I could play, and then I got a glaive, a 7/1 glaive. So I'm playing out a unit that's like I don't know 7/2 or something like that, and then I play the glaive, and then I play a glaive on myself, get another 7/1 unit, and I kill like whatever they had like left over with the 7/1 glaive. It's just,
And then they
No.
top righted.
yeah, that's basically what they did. Yes.
Yeah, it's
So like
I heard some other reviewer I read was saying that the weapon was meh, but the value, like, you're paying 2 to get 2 weapons. It's you can clear out a plunk or some bullshit like that,
Mm-hmm.
and you're triggering a bolster, you're triggering
I mean,
a renown, whatever,
yeah.
and you're just beating the shit out of people.
I mean, strip for parts, activate,
Yeah.
like
I think-
replays this. Embargo Runner replays this.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think what's going to change about this card is that it's just going to play a 2/1 weapon. Like it's not going to copy itself. It's just going to play another boring glaive on the other one. Because
Yeah, like a
that's the problem.
2/1
Like,
versatile weapon.
I played this in Cataxias.
Oh my.
And so like, yeah. And so like you get it out. It's like it's a 5/1 unblockable overwhelm. You put on your unit. It's ridiculous.
Weaponsmith decks, like,
I definitely am
this
looking
is
forward to
just good.
playing around with it. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the 2-cost weapon itself, but I think the copy's the problem, and so I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to give it the unleashed treatment. That the copy is.
But
just gonna
even
be
if they did that, to
It's
be
still a good
honest,
card.
I would still play it. It's still good. It's not
yeah,
as good.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. This one arguably right up there with Execution Pet
Oh, okay.
as far as utility, in my opinion.
All right. What do we got? We're
It's
coming-
less good late game, but better early. I feel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We're coming
And
down.
I also think that this is a staple, but I think it's going to get nerfed. That's the reason why it's not on my staples list. I think it's gonna, and I don't know how they're gonna nerf it. So that's the reason why I don't think.
I don't
it's a
think
staple.
Direwolf gives a fuck anymore, and they're not.
Maybe
nerfing
they
shit.
don't. I don't know. But like, I'm just
We
saying.
are in straight up
if-
maintenance mode.
That's I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying that, but like, if the intern just looked at the meta and saw what was going on, they would be like, we gotta do something about that card.
The weird thing is,
But-
I've not seen this card in play yet. Is it only in? It's like it being played in Expedition all over the place? Because I play Throne and I've not seen anyone play this yet.
I've seen it against me a couple times. It's always been renowned decks,
Mm-hmm.
and they have fucked me up every time. But I played it a lot, and when you get it out, it does work.
I have not played against it, but like I said, I was playing that Minotaur's deck, and I saw someone. Someone online was playing, and someone was running basically my Minotaur's list. which is basically the old Minotaurs list, the old Cataxis Minotaurs list. With this card.
Mm.
So
It's also in my From the Rubble
not,
list.
oh.
All right. So what do we got next? Just feel we all agree that's definitely a good one. So trade secrets.
Yeah.
Give order units +1/+1 and overwhelm. Draw a card, and it says when you play the last card in your hand, you draw trade secrets from your void. Then it gets void bound. Huh?
So I like every card that says draw a card, except for this card.
Okay. I'm like, this seems
I don't know.
really.
I'd put it in a Shashinka list.
Yeah, there's lists that I can work with.
I
I'm just saying
guess.
that like it's a 3-cost draw a card in the same faction that has wisdom that lets you draw 2 cards. I'd rather draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it seems kind of bad.
The +1/+1 and overwhelm can be useful.
The overwhelm is the most important part.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's not
I
fast.
do like that. Yeah, and not being fast sucks. That's another thing that I like. If it was fast, I like it a lot more.
Yeah.
The permanent +1/+1 is helpful also. This is a good spell to play on Plunk.
Oh, look, it's permanent. I didn't realize it was permanent overwhelm.
Yeah. It's permanent overwhelm, permanent +1/+1. It's not a bad card. I just,
It's not a good card either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It's not a good card either.
It's
And you're right. That
in the middle.
faction has so many draw options that you've got to be exceptional
Yeah.
to make it a staple.
All right. What do
And
we
then
got?
the other issue is it's a primal card that wants you to empty your hand. And like if you're emptying your hand in primal, then you're like not playing primal right.
Unless you're doing like a
But
felon
wouldn't you put
reanimator,
this in
maybe.
something like a Stone Scar aggro,
Maybe.
where you're just trying to push damage and you will dump out your hand.
Maybe Skycrag. Yeah, maybe like Yeti or something.
Oh, Skycrag, that's what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew what you're talking about. Yeah. So maybe something like that. But I haven't seen that in a while. This is the only reason why I.
Maybe it brings it back.
So it's coming back.
Like I've just been seeing that the stupid Uru and all the stupid control bullshit from.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next? Coming down to the end. Wildfire Crawler. It's a charge quick draw. At the end of your turn, devour 4. If you can't, he sacrifices. I mean,
Aggro pushy damage high end. That's it.
that's pretty much it.
This is a charge rod unit.
Yeah.
No.
There's better 5s for a charge rod, but like if you can't get those good 5-cost units, this is an option for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put the old
I
charge
think
rod in
they're
it.
all like legendary. Like all the good charge rod ones are legendary. Like Phoenix is legendary.
Yeah.
Whatever that dragon is.
Mm-hmm.
I might fuck around with it in a horn deck just to see what it does.
Yeah. I feel like it's a maybe. I'm sure someone's going to see if they can try to break it.
If you play this card, it's because you want to play this card.
Yeah.
It's not because it's good. It's because you particularly.
You're trying to see what you could do with it. Yeah, because I mean the quick draw is nice too. So
7 charge is not bad.
no.
This could be a good good market card. Like if you need a market unit.
Or a market aggro unit, something like that.
Yeah, but like and like so like.
Hey,
throw it in your crack market.
I was just going to say it costs 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in my crack market, I always have one of those units. The ones I use are legendary, so it's not going to replace the Phoenix and stuff like that.
No.
But if you can't afford those,
No.
if you don't have them,
yeah, this is the oldie brand, right? Starter card, kind of, sort of. All right.
Yep.
All right. The last card of the set, Windswept Rift.
Save the best for last, right?
Yeah, so I don't hate this one either. I think this sees play, right? Basically a snowball, pop Aegis, paying off a unit.
I mean, when I first looked at all these powers, I thought Fire and Time, that's okay.
Yeah.
And everything else was just trash, you never play it. But the more I've started using them, the more the extra utility, again, for very little downside, it's really easy to get that influence first, is just worth it.
Yeah, this is I think the
Like in
cheapest
every
of them all,
sense.
right? This is only a spellcraft of 3.
Right.
Most of them were 4. One of them was a 5. I don't remember which one was a 5.
Ruin.
Ruin.
The
Ruin.
fire one's 5.
Yeah. So
Which
I
is fair. That's
yeah,
probably the best effect you could get.
like I said, especially Spellcrag. Like I'm putting this in my Spellcrag deck, right?
Well, the other advantage of this is probably the best of the powers here because Horde Leader is primal. So
Mhm.
if you're playing Horde Leader, you're always playing 4 of these, in my opinion.
What kind of hard-on do you have for Horde Leader?
You don't want to know.
It wins game. Horde Leader is in Expedition, and nobody's playing Spellcraft in Expedition, and I just get a bunch of free wins because people don't know how free Spellcraft just wins you games. And then like
Okay,
there's a
yeah.
bunch of there's an armadillo that lets you Spellcraft twice
Yes.
just for free, just and stuff like that. And like you can just do a bunch of stupid stuff. You know, we play Olos out, draw 6 cards for nothing. It's just ridiculous. It's fun. I love it. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I've had some old Spellcraft decks that were fun as fuck. You're right.
yeah. But Horde Leader and Throne is terrible. It's I tried it.
Yeah.
Don't try it at home, please. Don't. It's not worth it. And Expedition, go play it. It's great, but no, not Throne.
I remember beating someone on stream playing one of those when I was playing, and I was watching it on YouTube later, and the guy was just like, "Who the fuck plays Spellcraft these days?" and was so pissed off when I won. To be fair, he had every right because he shouldn't have won shit.
Yeah. But so yeah, that's the set overall. I mean, it's new cards, I guess. There's some cool ones in there. A lot of niche ones that got to build around, but
Yeah,
it does seem like there's a lot of fun cards at least. So that's
it's
for me.
relatively balanced as far as I don't think much here is game breaking. There's a couple that might be, but
There's no creation project. In
Yeah.
this.
there's
You
no
know, like,
wasp.
no wasps, yeah. So I like that.
Yeah.
I think
Agreed.
like I don't mind those cards existing, like, but creation project should have been legendary in the packs, something for you to go chase.
Yes.
You know, it shouldn't. Everyone shouldn't have creation project and just be able to make creation project deck. There should be a cost to it, in my opinion.
And I don't know, like you said, it's interesting to me that there's so few legendaries. Although again, I fully admit that because everyone just gets these fucking anyway, the rarity does not matter.
The rarity in the mini sets, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm looking. It's only 3 legendaries. The Barga Runner, Lipa, Sashenka. That was it.
I don't think the mini set should have rarity.
I think
like,
they should
it
be
doesn't
promo.
matter. Yeah, they should all just be promo because that's what they are. Like
Yeah,
you
3
buy 'em and
legendaries.
everyone gets them.
2 of the 3 are
Some of
heroes.
these are definitely legendary strength. I think Glaive
Yeah.
and Execution Pit,
Yeah.
But-
like if they were in packs, they would be legendary.
Yeah, but the promos, we have we have some promos that are uncommon strength, and then we have like Venus Masterpiece, which is a rare, maybe a legendary, a low cost legend, a low level legendary level.
I love
promo.
that card.
I love that card too. It's definitely a rare. I think it's a legendary, and people have argued it's not a legendary, but I think it's a legendary.
Yeah, I would
but like
agree.
we have different levels of things, and so they could just make these all promos and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Because the rarity doesn't matter.
No, not anymore.
I am just like when I first saw the cards, I was a little bit like, "Yeah, this is kind of disappointing that I spent my money on this." But I'm coming around. They're actually more balanced and better than some of the sets we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
There's less draft chaff.
Yes.
Because you don't draft these.
Yeah.
Which makes me happy because in the past we've had draft chaff in fucking these mini sets, which is just infuriating.
Yeah. Yeah, I am glad about that. That all these cards, like even the ones that are bad, like you can still build around and have them, be good enough to play.
Yeah.
This is what the sets, in my opinion, should be. Fun cards that require some thinking to get them to do anything, not just fucking Wasp where you don't have to do something special to play extra power with Wasp to make it
You
great.
just jam it in any fucking time deck and you're good. Like, you don't
just
have to
jam it in
think
any
about
deck.
it. You just do it.
Yeah,
And you
same
win.
thing with Project. Like I was telling everybody, like I was like, I did a test with Project. Like I threw Project into Onis, like a deck that has no need for Onis at all, and like the deck was better when it was this is when it was 3 cost. I don't know if it's still good with it at 4 cost because it competes with
Mm-hmm.
Chizaway or whatever his name is that does the Oni thing. But at 3 costs, it made the Onis deck, who was the only time card in it, was Project. It made that deck better, So,
I mean, to be fair, in most of my bolster decks, it's all Combre, and then you jam in some creation projects.
yep, because
Just
this is
for that
good. Like
little
if
bit
you
of
have,
extra draw.
yeah, if you have units and and you need a draw engine, play Creation Project. Like
Right. And especially if you're running a go wide shitty units, this is what used to be you jam Obelisk in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just use this.
I wanted to get y'all's opinions on having powers in the mini set.
I like the powers.
Yeah.
These are my favorite powers that they've put out in a long time.
I like the
marks are
powers
good.
too, but there's people that are mad that these are powers in the mini set, and they think that the powers, like they could put, like one of the big issues with draft is like, like you end up like people are drafting marks pick one. I'm not trying.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
And they're like, why aren't the powers in draft? They should just put them in draft, and then they can give us 5 more cards that we can actually use for constructed. And so
But these can be used for construction.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't hate it. I don't love it. Like, it doesn't bother me.
I'm not a draft guy, so it's
Yeah, I don't
6
draft,
of one,
so.
half a dozen of the other to me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm
just
so
saying that
shit at draft.
I love draft personally and field.
When I draft, it makes me want to like throw my computer through a fucking window. It's so bad.
That's why I don't even do it.
That's how I feel
Yeah,
about
but
making
you
a
get
card.
salt everything.
What?
You have epic salt levels to begin with, dude.
I do. I just don't have time for
You see one
bullshit.
rebuild. You have one rebuild and it ruins your week.
That's why I always try and like queue up and like stream snipe you with something that's just gonna piss you the fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck you,
I had to
Seragyn.
stop though, because there for a while, every time you saw my name, you just auto quit.
Yes, because fuck you, Seragyn.
I deserve that.
You did.
Um,
But so yeah, that
But
is
yeah, like-
the set.
I'm happy with this set for once.
Yeah, it's not bad. Will we get another set sometime this year? Who knows? Will it be a full set? A mini set? No set? We don't know.
We'll get a set. We'll get another new set the next time we have a Worlds tournament. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So, and I'm sure we'll be there to review it if they come out with one later this year. Who
Although,
knows?
to be fair, every time we get a new card from the promos, I'm surprised that that's still going on.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna keep getting the story for a while at least.
It makes me think, I wonder if all these promos were actually going to be in a set. And they just said, hell with it, and let's just do this to drag the game out. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but...
That's where I was slowly getting at. I don't know if that's just what they're going to do while they're in this maintenance mode. It's just all the cards that we're going to probably just end up being into a set. They're just going to turn into these storylines, and that's what we're going to get, for the next 2 years.
Because they're still selling the premium versions, so they're making a little bit of money, and that's it.
Yeah, it'll go until the advertising for their other games and the cost of idiots like us paying for shit is no longer worth keeping the server up and running.
Yeah,
well,
because
I think. Well, it's not just that though. Too that part of the reason why they're able to get the IPs that they have is because they have this game that they can show. We created this game.
Yes.
People play this game. People love this game. It's so they can use that as a foot in the door to get the IPs that they're getting. And so I think that the game is going to last because of that. But I don't know.
But in the end, that always like drizzles out eventually. Like I used to play the Might and Magic game. Everybody loved it. Then it just died.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
There's going to be a point where that.
eventually,
Yeah, there's going to be a point where their name recognition is bigger than that, but I don't see that happening in the next year or year and a half.
no. I think once Dune really takes off, maybe that'll spell the end.
Yeah, and so just putting that out there for people who are worried about the game dying. That I don't.
No, we got at
We have
least
a year
2 to 3 years.
So, but I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't know if we're gonna get another full set because, like I said, I know that they have cards for the storyline and stuff like that. But I don't know if they're just using the ideas for what was gonna be sets for those cards and just not gonna have sets.
I mean, it depends on how much.
Well, the sets
how much
do make them money too.
Yeah, but how much are they actually putting? Like, what is their budget still for the game? Like, do they still have a staff that's like, you know what I mean? Like, they've not told us anything, so we have no clue.
Well, they've all gone like fucking AWOL.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're working on all their other digital board games and card games and all the other shit they're doing. So
the other side for this game, I know people hate AI art, but for games like this might be the perfect place for that because like that's I don't know what their whole budget is, but I know I order art for and infographics and stuff like that, and so it can be a big part of your budget, and then also having to manage who's doing it and all that stuff. It takes a lot of resources, and so maybe they lean into that a little bit.
Oh, to be fair, their art department's always been good, so.
We don't know. I don't know. I don't.
But their board games and art and their digital games have always had good art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that made them.
I do know their original art had people like I know one artist that done some of the stuff from it, and so I know like they've used real artists in the past. So I'm not saying it's always been AI art, but they could move that way or have moved that way maybe.
But,
I'm too old to understand the difference anyway.
Yeah, so either way, that's the set. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Feel free to give us down below in the comments what you thought. If you thought we were correct on a card, or you thought we were
telling us to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, or you thought we were full of shit. Tell us. Yeah.
All my opinions were wrong, by the way.
Oh, mine are always wrong.
No, I feel like your opinions were probably better than the rest of ours.
Yes. So
we're usually just like everything fucking sucks.
Yes.
Except for this one card I like that ends up actually sucking.
Yeah, that's how I go.
I hedge for everything though, except for Entity Cost. Entity Cost is the best card in the game.
Well, there you go.
Otherwise, it's wrong. So.
Entity Cost is right up there with fucking Rebuild to me.
That is true. But they didn't print me anything for my Entity Cost deck here, so I'm upset about that. So Direwolf, can you print me something to help my my?
But it doesn't need anything, Spoon.
That's true, but I want more.
Yeah, you always want more.
I gave you another draw card.
Yeah.
A terrible draw card. I'm running unitless AAC, which is it's technically unitless because I run like 2 Petras or 3 Petras in it, and half the time I just inscribe it anyway. Because like I don't want to put my spells back. Like if I have any like damage spells in my void, like I never play the Petra out, like unless I need to. Sometimes it comes out because like the other side like just doesn't have blockers anymore. I can just attack.
That might be the only reason I play Devourer units is just to fuck that deck and rebuild.
Yeah. All right, so that was the review. Like I said, hope you folks enjoyed it. Give us your comments down below. And until next time, I want to thank Seragyn and Spoon for joining me. Appreciate it, guys.
I had nothing better to do.
Yeah, that's So hopefully we can get them to join us the next time, whenever that will be for the next set. So till then, folks, thanks for watching.
Turn the fucking thing off.
Oh,